Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So Sun now is going to Capricorn. It means that you will visit the marshy lands. And if you have a Venus there, you can meet even the crocodiles. If you have Mercury, definitely the promotion. Let's switch to the professional traditional astrology, how it should be done. And in this video, I want to show you two charts. Both people are spiritual. One is in serious relationship, aka marriage. And the second one is very spiritual person who chose the life of celibacy and was living in through many years in Catholic monastery, so was living the life of the monk. So we'll see the factors which are different, and as usual we'll get some bonus points how to analyze those charts. So let's go into the first example. This is also interesting because these two charts are my last recent two consultations, and both of these have Moon Ketu conjunction, and also they have Mercury and Sun in the Scorpio. So in the first example we see that there is a Graha Malika Yoga. All the planets are between Jupiter and Saturn and Moon and Ketu. So this Jupiter and Saturn, because it's Kendra, this is the first indication. It shows that person will rather live in the society. If Graha Malika starts from Kendra or the Trikona, it's going in that direction. But still, it's ending with the Moon and Ketu. So the output, how it will manifest, the fruits, is still seen by the spiritual yoga of Moon and Ketu. And the thing which is very important is that Moon is 11th Lord in the 5th house. This is both Dana for wealth and both Jnana Yoga for knowledge. And Moon usually is showing something into psychology or culture, anthropology. It could be also sociology and such direction. And yes, the person admitted that he studied psychology for a few years. Of course, we cannot ignore this Mercury and Sun. This is the many names we have here. Nipuna Yoga, Surya Aditya Yoga. Definitely it is making person very, very intelligent. And the Karaka of intelligence, the Jupiter, not Mercury, Vedic Astrology, is in the Lagnas, in the ascendant, blessing the person. So there is one very important rule which I want to show you in this video, is that when the 7th Lord is related to Saturn and also is related to 5th or 9th, there is this indication given by Pandit Sanjay that this person may be into spirituality, person may choose the spiritual life and ignore the marriage. So sacrificing one ayana, one direction, which is the Kama ayana, totally for the Moksha ayana. Often these people are also sacrificing the Artha ayana, so both profession and both marriage, so the two legs of Rajas Guna, right? Rajaguna, Mercury and Venus. For some people, if their chart is favoring such journey, if someone has found this path. So in this chart we have 7th Lord Jupiter joining Saturn, so we have this connection to the Saturn, and 7th Lord Ketu is in the 5th house with the 9th Lord Moon. Don't forget the Moon is also lording Taurus. The other Jupiter is also with the 5th Lord. So again we have these yogas are coming close to something which is around the theme of marrying the God. So the nuns in Catholic charts, they also have these rituals which is similar to marrying a Jesus or going in very intimate relationship with Jesus. And similarly the same is happening in the Vedic tradition. So when your partner is very much like God, then Jupiter, Saturn, 5th and 9th house combination will be there in the chart. Of course, we need to check other things like Arudha Lagna, Atma Karaka, and of course Navamsha. So which chart is the one who is married? This one or the next one? That is our mystery here, which we'll try to make a suspense of. The 7th Lord here is Jupiter or Ketu and the Karaka, right? Because for everything we always need to compare the Lord and the Karaka in Rashi, and also don't forget in the Navamsha. This is very, very important. So 7th Lord here, Jupiter and Ketu and Venus. How they are placed in the Navamsha. So here we see Venus is in 11th in the Navamsha in Gemini at Makaraka. If anything, this is giving more than mid-level of relationship, right? What about Jupiter in the 10th house? Also very good. What about Ketu in the 12th house. So the Ketu is maybe not supporting so much, but definitely Jupiter and Venus are in the good houses. So what is interesting here, person started very serious relationship in 24 years. This is exactly Leo Lagna is proving such a situation. It was in Jupiter, and in fact, the person ended the previous relationship in Jupiter. We see 8th Lord is there. 8th Lord is all about ending relationship. It's like divorce. And Jupiter is also joining Saturn. Saturn is the 7th Lord. So you can see with Vedic astrology, you can get those details which are not possible to get from the main chart, from the Rashi. And person also studied psychology. We can see Jupiter, Ketu, Moon related to the 10th house. In Rashi, 10th from Moon is Venus. Uchanata is Jupiter, and in the Shamsa, in the chart of career life, 7th Lord, which is showing the business, is Moon, which is showing the empathy, which is in the sign of Jupiter, which is counseling. So we see that this is very much there in the chart. I got a few more things to share, but if you have found any value in this video, please drop a like and make sure to subscribe with the bell notification on, as we are here regularly sharing the tips and tools of the tradition of Sri Achutananda. And now let's go back to this video. Now let's go to the second chart. So we already know, right? The whole mystery is over, suspense is finished. You can click off and go to the other videos on the YouTube. But maybe you want to see the second chart, also Moon and Ketu in the 10th house. And you can see that Navamsha second house is also Pisces. So that Pisces in the Rashi will show now what is the karma, where is the direction, right? So the Moon and Ketu is the direction. And this is Pisces, this is Ketu, so this is all about liberation. So we can see that again, soul's direction is this Moon and Ketu. The same thing like in the previous chart, but using different mathematics. And do we have connection of Saturn to 7 and 7th Lord to 5th or 9th? We have 9th Lord in the 7th. We have the 7th Lord Jupiter in the 5th, and Saturn is in the 7th house. So we also have those combination of marrying the God, marrying the Jesus, depending on the tradition. We also see that there is very strong activation of 6th house, of celibacy. 6th house is here, Lagna Lord is there. Venus is also there. And dispositor, which is Anitya Karaka, is very strong Mars at Makaraka in 11th house, which is showing the mysticism, esotericism. Moon and Ketu in 10th house also is favoring meditation. So the person, when the Venus Dasha started, person was into going to this monastery. We can see Venus is in 6th house. With the 4th Lord is going to some place. And this place is related to spirituality. The 4th Lord in Navamsha is the same Venus, and 4th Lord in Navamsha is about the spirituality, about the moksha ayana. But the final thing is if we take those 7th Lord and Venus to the Navamsha, and we will see how they are placed. Because in previous chart, they were quite well placed. What about this chart? Here we see 7th Lord is Jupiter, and in the Navamsha, it is in the 3rd house with the Saturn debilitated. Now we have few meaning to that. Marana Karakastana is the worst house for Jupiter, so Jupiter is quite afflicted here. Marana Karakastana in the Vargas are not good for us because it shows that the resources are depleting. If Marana Karakastana happens in Rashi, it may show that other people are sacrificing their resources for us, their energy, their health, their money, and so on. But in the Vargas, this is usually not so good. But because Saturn is the Lagna Lord, this was the person's decision. It was not bad fortune. The person wanted a relationship. It is rather personal decision, personal choice. Venus now is in the 8th house with Rahu, also Lagna Lord. So again, whatever is happening to that Venus is the outcome of personal choice. Venus is the 4th Lord, which shows that this is about the spirituality. This is the spiritual decision. And Venus is debilitated. So 7th Lord, Marana Karakastana, Venus, the Karaka of love, Karaka of marriage, is debilitated in the 8th house, in the negative house. So it's totally different story. Therefore, the previous person was married, and this person chose the life of living in monastery, of reflective life, the life of service. And For some people, it can be attached to spiritual practice. For some people are just choosing the single life, and for them it's better. Then can attain those fullness, those feeling of completeness, being single, and exploring other areas of life. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it for today. I hope you find these 2 examples interesting and something adding to your Jyotisha arsenal. Thanks for being here on this channel and watching till the end. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you are hungry for more, please consider watching this one.